Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Shanghai Cooperation Organization foreign ministers discuss multilateral cooperation among member countries to address regional and global issues of common interest. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches mega campaign of BJP for Karnataka Assembly elections, addresses public rallies at Ballari and Tumakuru. 5 army jawans killed in an encounter with terrorists in Kandi forest area of Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir. Sharad Pawar withdraws his resignation as Nationalist Congress Party chief on request of party workers. WHO says COVID-19 no longer a global health emergency. Indian men and women teams win 12 medals including 5 gold at Asia Cup Archery World Ranking Tournament in Tashkent. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO discussed multilateral cooperation among member countries to address regional and global issues of common interest. Addressing a press conference after the SCO foreign ministers meeting in Goa this evening, the External Affairs Minister said that foreign ministers of the member countries finalized a set of proposals for the consideration of the grouping's summit in July.
During the meeting, the SCO foreign ministers assessed the status of decisions that will be approved at the upcoming SCO summit in July. The meeting also gave an opportunity to dwell on the state of multilateral cooperation in SCO, to address regional and global issues of interest, talk about the reform and modernization of the organization, and assess the progress of admitting Iran and Belarus to SCO new member states.
Dr. Jaishankar said the proposals are aimed at expanding cooperation among the SCO member countries in the areas of trade, technology, commerce, security, and social-cultural ties. He said it has been the meeting's endeavor to create new verticals of cooperation in the SCO.
It was our endeavor to create new verticals of cooperation in SCO. As an example, I can cite the field of startups and innovation, traditional medicine, science and technology, empowering youth, and reviving the Buddhist heritage amongst the SCO member states.
The 2-day meeting began yesterday, which was attended by 8 nations. India took over the chairmanship of the SCO grouping in September last year. Around 3,800 Indians have been evacuated from Sudan under Operation Kaveri. The Indian Embassy in Sudan said there are no more Indians waiting to leave from Port Sudan. Indians were moved out of Port Sudan using 5 Indian naval ships and 17 Indian Air Force aircraft, including one from Wadi Saidna military air base. Meanwhile, the Indian Embassy in Riyadh said they have closed down the transit facility today, which was created at the International Indian School in Jeddah for Sudan evacuees during Operation Kaveri. The facility provided comfort to more than 3,500 evacuees and served as the nerve center for planning their onward movement to India. 97 persons evacuated from Sudan arrived in Bengaluru today. The first flight arrived from Addis Ababa carrying 18 evacuees. The second flight from Jeddah brought in 53 evacuees, and the third flight, also from Jeddah, arrived with 26 evacuees. More from our correspondent.
The Karnataka State Disaster Management Authority Commissioner Manoj Rajan has informed that extracting Indians stranded in Al-Fashir was one of the most extraordinary tasks. The town is situated 1,800 kilometers west of Port Sudan. The Indian Embassy in Sudan mobilized 2 buses to pick them up from Al-Fashir. The journey till Port Sudan was too challenging and arduous as it passed through the conflict zone. Manoj Rajan has said that those rescued exhibited grit and courage during the journey. He added that their tremendous resilience and confidence in the government helped take up the rescue operation. Sudhindra, Akashvani, Bengaluru.
With just 3 days left for the election campaign to close for the May 10 voting for Karnataka Assembly polls, political parties have embarked on an aggressive campaign to woo the voters. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi today launched a mega campaign for the party. He addressed two public rallies at Ballari and Tumukuru. At Ballari, Mr. Modi accused the Congress of supporting terrorists. Mr. Modi said the Congress is destroying society by its appeasement policy. He questioned the silence of the Congress on the issue of terrorism and said only the BJP can protect Karnataka. Mr. Modi also charged the Congress of building false narratives with fake surveys to distract voters.
कर्नाटका को देश का नंबर 1 राज्य बनाने के लिए सुरक्षा व्यवस्था, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सबसे प्रमुख आवश्यकता है। कर्नाटका का आतंकवाद से मुक्त रहना भी उतना ही जरूरी है।
Addressing a public rally at Tumukuru, the Prime Minister said the Congress has become a slave of vote bank politics. He said the Congress cannot work for the development of Karnataka. Other senior BJP leaders are also camping in Karnataka. The party's National President J.P. Nadda addressed public meetings in Koppal and Kalaburgi today. Mr. Nadda also held a roadshow in Raichur. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge addressed public rallies in Yedrami and Afzalpur. Mr. Kharge charged the BJP government of nurturing corruption in the state. He said the BJP has achieved nothing in the last 9 years of its rule. He added that prices of essential goods have skyrocketed and unemployment is at an all-time high. Congress leader and Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu addressed a press conference in Bengaluru. JDS Supremo Devegowda addressed public rallies in Mandya and Chikmagalur districts today. He asked people to vote for JDS for all-round development of Karnataka. Here is more from our correspondent.
Karnataka is witnessing high-pitched sloganeering with all major political parties accusing each other of promoting corruption and making grand promises for the sake of the welfare of the state. The high-decibel campaigning will continue tomorrow as well. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold a roadshow in Bengaluru and address a couple of rallies in the state. Senior Congress leader Sonia Gandhi will address a public rally in Hubli tomorrow. This will be her first public meeting in the current Karnataka Assembly polls. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and party National President Mallikarjun Kharge will also campaign for the party tomorrow. With Sudhindra, this is Aditya Shukla, Akashvani, Bengaluru.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Almost 3 days after his resignation as the Nationalist Congress Party NCP chief, Sharad Pawar today withdrew his resignation, citing that he cannot disrespect the sentiments of the people. Mr. Pawar said he respects the demand that was made to him to withdraw his resignation and the resolution that was passed by senior NCP leaders. Party workers from across Maharashtra had gathered in Mumbai and had been strongly requesting their party chief to take back his decision. Earlier today, the core committee of the Nationalist Congress Party passed a resolution rejecting Sharad Pawar's resignation as party chief and requested him to continue to lead the party. In Jammu and Kashmir, 5 Jawans lost their lives in an encounter between security forces and terrorists in Kandi forest area of Rajouri district today. Our correspondent, quoting defense spokesperson, reports that the terrorists triggered an explosive device in which initially 2 Jawans lost their lives while 4 personnel, including an officer, sustained injuries. The injured were evacuated to Command Hospital Udhampur, where 3 Jawans succumbed to the injuries, taking the number of casualties to 5. There is likelihood of casualties in the terrorist group. Reportedly, the terrorists belong to the same group that ambushed an army truck on April 20th, in which at least 5 soldiers lost their lives and 1 other was injured. Union Home Minister Amit Shah today reviewed the security situation in Manipur with top functionaries of the state and centre. Sources said the Home Minister reviewed the situation in the state via video conferencing with Chief Minister of Manipur, N. Biren Singh, Union Home Secretary, Ajay Kumar Bhalla, State Chief Secretary and Director General of Police. Sources said another 10 companies of Central Armed Police Forces have been dispatched to the state and anti-riot vehicles have also been deployed. Sources also clarified that Article 355 has not been imposed in the state. The operation commander of the ongoing operation in Manipur, ADGP Ashutosh Sinha, appealed to all to remain calm and avoid mob violence.
So our appeal is that all community of Manipur are same. They are living since immemorial in this land together and all are working for Manipur. We appeal to people that again they come together, they move freely in each other's area and peace prevail in Manipur.
The World Health Organization WHO has declared that COVID-19 no longer represents a global health emergency. WHO's International Health Regulations Emergency Committee discussed the pandemic at its 15th meeting on COVID-19, and WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus concurred that the declaration of public health emergency of international concern should end. The statement is a major step towards ending the pandemic and comes 3 years after the Global Health Agency first declared its highest level of alert over the virus. The organization declared the coronavirus outbreak to be a public health emergency of international concern in January 2020, about 6 weeks before characterizing it as a pandemic. During a press conference, the WHO chief warned that the virus is evolving and remains a global health threat, but at a lower level of concern. The India Meteorological Department, IMD, has issued a warning that a cyclonic circulation is likely to develop by tomorrow over the southeast Bay of Bengal. Under its influence, a low-pressure area is expected to form over the same region on Sunday, which may develop into a depression by Monday. The system is expected to intensify into a cyclonic storm, moving nearly northwards towards the central Bay of Bengal. IMD has advised fishermen, small ships and boats not to venture into the southeast Bay of Bengal and adjoining areas from Sunday onwards. The IMD has urged people to remain alert and take all necessary precautions to ensure their safety during this time. In a stunning display of skill and precision, the Indian archery men and women teams claimed 5 gold medals, 5 silvers and 2 bronze at Asia Cup World Ranking Tournament in Tashkent. In the compound women team event, Parneet Kaur, Ragini Marko and Pragati defeated Kazakhstan 232 to 223 to win the gold. In the compound men team event, team of Amit, Kushal Dalal, Abhishek Verma beat Hong Kong 233 to 226 to lift the yellow medal. In the compound mixed team event, Indian team beat Kazakhstan to finish at the top of the podium. In the compound women individual event, all 3 medals were claimed by Indians in both men and women's categories. In the recurve men's team event, team of Mrinal Chauhan, Tushar Prabhakar Shelke and Jayanta Talukdar defeated China 5-1 to win gold, while Indian women team won silver. India won silver in the recurve mixed team event as well. 2 other silvers came in individual recurve men and women's category. In tennis, Indian-Australian pair of Rohan Bopanna and Matthew Ebden stormed into the final of Madrid Open in Spain. The two will now take on the Russian pair of Karen Khachanov and Andrei Rublev in the final tomorrow. Bopanna and Ebden ousted Santiago Gonzalez and Edouard Roger Vasselin in the last 4. In IPL cricket, Rajasthan Royals have set a target of 119 runs before Gujarat Titans in Jaipur. Winning the toss and electing to bat, Rajasthan were all out at 118. In tomorrow's matches, Chennai Super Kings will lock horns with Mumbai Indians at Chennai at 3:30 p.m. and Delhi Capitals will take on Royal Challengers Bangalore at Delhi from 7:30 p.m. In boxing, Asian and Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Mohammad Husamuddin, 57 kg, progressed to the pre-quarterfinals of the IBA Men's World Championships in Tashkent, Uzbekistan today. In the round of 32 bout, Husamuddin was facing China's Liu Ping. He will next take on Russia's Savin Edouard in the pre-quarterfinal on Sunday. At the stock markets, the Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange declined 695 points to close at 61,054 today. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange slipped 187 points to end at 18,069. In the broader market, the BSE mid-cap fell 0.5% and the small-cap index shared 0.4%. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Shanghai Cooperation Organization foreign ministers discuss multilateral cooperation among member countries to address regional and global issues of common interest. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches mega campaign of BJP for Karnataka Assembly elections, addresses public rallies at Ballari and Tumukuru. 5 army jawans killed in an encounter with terrorists in Kandi forest area of Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir. Sharad Pawar withdraws his resignation as Nationalist Congress Party chief on request of party workers. WHO says COVID-19 no longer a global health emergency. Indian men and women's teams win 12 medals including 5 gold at Asia Cup Archery World Ranking Tournament in Tashkent. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.